Yo, what up guys, it's 5D here, and this update covers day 39 and day 40 of this Noob2Pro series, where we are hoping to get to Ultra Nightmare with a normal killable team. We did do a shard pool video yesterday, not on the main account, not on the Noob2Pro, so that's why I didn't get to post an update yesterday. But on today's update, the first thing I'll show you is some new changes to the Noob2Pro. Then we'll get into other stuff that has happened on the account that I'm not such a fan of. I'll also be talking about the current ongoing Lunar Terror fusion at the end of the video, if you want to catch up on that in case you're still going for that fusion. All right, the first thing I want to update you guys on is the progress we've done so far. We are supposed to be farming artifacts in the dungeon because we can now beat Dragon 20, but just like you saw on that run, we could do it in 7 minutes, 8 minutes. So that's why I'm not currently farming it all night like I'm supposed to. Instead, I used all my obtained energy right now to get champions, more champions, to their max level of artifacts. I tried to use the gear, the energy, silver I got to upgrade their gear. And where do I get the silver from? From campaign. So I'm still farming the campaign to get silver to upgrade all the artifacts on the champions to 16, so that we can farm it at a lesser time. So that's what I've been working on, and to achieve that silver and farming method, along the way I got 1 5-star, 2 5-star, 3 5-star, and 4 5-star ready. So now that I have 4 5-stars ready to go, am I going to put it on any of these champions like Amiga or what's her name now, High Cartoon? Those are the two champions that I have worthy of taking to 60 on the account right now. But there might be other more worthy champions coming along the way in the Noob2Pro. So I'm not such in a hurry to immediately put my next champion between these two to 60. Instead, what I'm doing, I'm just keeping the food ready so that if we do pull a better champion that are better than both of these champions, that champion will take higher priority to get 60 rather than these two right here that we don't currently need or want. I guess we are not currently trying to push the spider in higher levels. That's why I see me not forcing over taking Omega to 60 right now. But had it been we wanted to push the spider, maybe a mission required us to do the spider at a higher level, I will immediately take him to 60 because he will not be able to survive much in level 50. He will get easily targeted and he'll go down, and then we won't have the turn meter of the spider down. So now that the mission does not require us to do the spider at 15, 16 or higher levels, that's why I'm kind of slow taking him to 60. It's definitely a champion I will take to 60. It's just a matter of, will we get a better champion that is higher priority than these two or not? You'll find out this weekend when we do a 2x void shard pool. Yes, this weekend that is coming up. Not today is Saturday, we're already in the weekend. Next weekend, when we get to the next week, we'll see whether we get something from the 2x void, because we do have some few voids saved up on this Noob2Pro. So that's the biggest update that has been happening in these 2 days. I've been spending it in the campaign, getting silver and taking champions artifact to 16. Now if I head over to the champion, even Terrell's amulet got to 16. This gear is not worth taking to 16. And if I head over to Frozen Banshee, everything is 16, Chaos 16, Deliana 16, and now Rector Dra doesn't have enough gear to take to 16, so I'm kind of slow on her own progress. I did take her boots to 16 though, and this bottom. So at the top piece, she's not usually a target, or she doesn't really easily go down. She's not high priority to 16. So the only thing I wanted to look for is a 5-star helmet to take to 16, and then of course this shield, due to artifact enhancement currently going on, I will have to take this shield to 16 right now, so she, I guess, becomes more tanky. And we got crit rate right there, so cost me about 800 silver right there. Okay, that's what I've been doing on the account: farming, campaign, getting silver, and moving those silver to these champions to take all their gear to 16. Now Apothecary still doesn't have good glove and good chest, that's why I'm not taking these two to 16 yet. Still a liability in most teams, that's why I'm using Rector instead of Apot. Alright, that's the biggest update for the Noob2Pro right now. What else do we have to share? I wanted to also show you the resources we've gotten so far in terms of books. Yes, that's something I'm saving for currently in the next CVC. The next CVC does not have personal rewards. It doesn't mean that we will not go hard or try to win it or try to do our best in it. It means I'm saving up my epic books and my legendary skill tome, which I get from, I got this from advanced quest. From completing advanced quest, I get it. So I don't currently have any champions who are necessarily urgent to take to, or to put epic books on right now. Not High Cartoon, she's not really high priority right now. She only needs to do her boost once, right, in arena battles and Winook. So I don't really need to book her, except you're going to use her for dungeons. Then you need this one to be in its cooldown because she needs it available for the next wave. So eventually I might put one book on this skill, and that's the only skill I need to book on this champion for now. Except I start getting excess amount of epic books, then I'll start throwing it on any champions I want. Deliana is still the champion that is getting all my legendary skill tome, even if some people say she's not worth taking to, spending legendary skill tomes on. I have been spending legendary skill tomes on her because she's going to be in our clan boss team for a long time. We're not getting Ryzen anytime soon, and we need somebody to be making sure that that clan boss does not land that increased attack on himself, which he usually does, and it will nuke us down. So that's why I'm going to be putting books into that skill to make sure that decrease resistance and that block buff happens, so the clan boss doesn't get his increased attack. That's why I'm putting books on her, and eventually I will change her build to be useful in the Hydra also, because she's a champion that I'll use for that purpose. But for now, she's being built to solely do that in the clan boss, and of course the Lich also. So she's not a champion I use solely for dungeons right now. She's a clan boss champion that I hope to use for a very long time before Ryzen comes in there and starts stealing the buff away from the boss, because that's what I'm waiting for Ryzen. Speaking of Ryzen, let's quickly check how are we doing in the Ryzen rare department. I always keep them in the reserve vault. The champions, no, not the reserve vault, master vault. The champions I need for Ryzen so far. How many have I gotten? I got this 1, 2, I think it's just 3, 4. I don't know them yet, but we're not getting a lot of Ryzen rare champions right now. We're just getting some random rares. Okay, that's what we're up to in terms of the book department. For energy, like I say, we're out of energy right now. I've spent it all in the campaign, and let's head over to Shard to see how much we saved right there. 28 ancient, 6 void shard, and that's the amount we hope to pull. The clan boss brutal has not been generous to us at all. I don't think I've ever gotten I don't think I've gotten good things from the brutal clan boss. Speaking of the brutal clan boss, we are still currently doing almost 2 key. Yes, almost 2 key. If I head over there and show you my damage, I'll scroll over and show you. Currently did 9 million today on 1 key and 11 million on the second key. And I'm like, why don't you just add a single 1 more million? I'll be a 2 key. And I know why I don't. By the time I get some more leveled up gear, in terms of the current one I have doesn't have maybe a banner, an amulet, or most of the champions they don't have banners and amulet. Those are the 2 things I'm missing. By the time I get those stats on, I think my damage will increase, especially those ones that are based on defense, right? And those ones who rely on accuracy, but I'm using an accuracy banner on them instead of a defensive or attack banner. Their damage will increase when I get that done. So for now, we are inching closer to that 2 key mark. Why are we talking about 2 key? Because once we can start doing 2 key or 1 key brutal, it means it's time for us to move on to nightmare and start doing maybe 4 key or 3 key nightmare. So currently I did try nightmare and I was able to get to master chest 13 million. Yes, not on 1 key, on 2 key we could get master chest on 2 keys. So if I do spend 2 keys on brutal, I can spend 2 keys on nightmare and get this master chest right here. Our clan will soon be taking down nightmare consistently, so everybody is fine with brutal by now. Brutal goes down really easy. All right, that's the progress for clan boss. I've not pushed Doom Tower any further because I'm currently stuck in this boss, which seems like an easy one, but it seems like almost at the end he always takes me down. So I battle him almost at the end. Tyrell is last to survive, and he then takes the entire team down due to the amount of he's gathering momentum as the fight goes on longer. 10 turns, 20 turns, he just goes crazy and begins to nuke everybody down. Very, very angry bird. That's what I'm going to call him, an angry bird. So I'm not trying any effort or putting special champions here to do that. I'm just doing it with my default dungeon team. And if it doesn't work, I'm not going to stress about it. I'm going to leave it maybe farm bottom level, because even at this level, it still doesn't give me good stuff in terms of the rewards, right, that I need to farm. Check it right there. Even at floor 95, right? Is that floor 95? Let me quickly check. That's floor 185. It's supposed to give better rewards though. These are the ones I've beaten so far. The ones that I've not unlocked will not show me. Anyway, I'm not concerned about it, but when it happens, these are the rewards I'm still getting, which is not enough to farm or to craft 5 to 6 star artifacts. Now, talking about crafting artifacts, I did goof off today and managed to forget myself and go crazy in the faction wars, which is something that is not so good, because I spent all my dark elves keys, right? And then I went to the advanced quest and I found out it required me to beat a boss in the faction wars. So I spent all my keys. I didn't beat a boss with those keys. I beat the highest stage I could to get those forged materials, and then it says defeat a faction war boss, which is one of the mistakes I've done this week. And that means this energy today will not be mine. It's kind of a sad one, especially if you're always on point with your advanced quest and your daily quest. Missing a day kind of triggers you a little bit, so it's kind of annoying knowing that I will not be able to complete this quest today and get this energy to do more farming, which can be changed into silver. But anyways, it's gonna pay off, because soon after I spent all those keys, I managed to get some good perception crafting materials that will allow us to craft about 4 to 5 star perception sets, which I'm looking forward to doing during the next CVC. So I'm still playing with Shadow Legends right there. Resilience is going up to even giving me all this extent of stuff. So we are glad whenever the dark elves open, because that means it's time for you to get good, maybe better legendary items from crafting. We're also glad whenever the high elves open, because Apothecary and Terrell are of those factions and we can beat them at a higher level, which gives us good rewards. So reminder not to forget these two, or any faction that you have champions for who can push it beyond the first boss. Once you can get past the first boss, you begin to really get awesome stuff. I'll show you the stage I was farming that made me not farm the boss. This is this stage, and I can beat it at a very fast time. So because of Kale is well built and can nuke even with solo if everybody goes down. That's all the Noob2Pro update I think I have. Is there anyone that I'm missing right now? Yes, there is one more thing. Currently now in the Noob2Pro, we find ourselves in a weird place. Weird how? We are no longer focused on the we're no longer focused on taking champions to 60. Like I told you, I have food ready, but I'm not like in a hurry to take them to 60. We are not longer focused on getting artifacts in the dungeons, because it's taking a long time to beat dungeon 20. It's 7 minutes, 8 minutes run. So we're kind of not interested in that. We're trying to reduce the time. So it's a mix between what do we do now. It's a weird place. We're also not focused on getting masteries on champions, because almost all our champions have masteries right now. So there's no huge urgent request on the Noob2Pro right now. So it's a weird place. I think it's a place where we are waiting for the next thing. What next big champion are we gonna get? What next big push should we do on this Noob2Pro? So I'll push it up to you guys. Where should I be focused on next? Because there are many things to do, but they are not of high priority. I think like the first high priority things that I was doing these 2 days was getting silver, because you can never have enough silver. Even if I was at 2.7 million or almost 3 million before I spent it on those artifacts, because of artifact enhancement that was currently going on. So that's the biggest thing I think I'm focused on right now. But if there's anything that should be branching into, you guys let me know. The missions that is supposed to guide us has kept me stuck here waiting for Sunday when the void keep is open. So I'm waiting for this mission to finally get me on stock so I can begin to progress further, because I currently beat everything else right here until we get to this one that says Fire Knight at level 10, which is easy, and then we get to another one that says Spider 10 at level 10, which is easy, and then so it's done. Everything here is done. Fuse Relic Keeper is the next one, and if I quickly head over to Relic Keeper, I think is a fusion that is kind of easy for us to do, because we do have this champion who is not farmable. So I did manage to keep this one, and then we have this farmable one already. We can farm this guy. It's easy to farm Executioner, and then I will have to go farm War Maiden. No, I think I already farmed this guy up. I didn't. Justicia. Then I need to go farm these champions to fuse. I thought I had this guy though. There was a mission that says fuse Justicia. I thought the first mission in the Arbiter missions required us to fuse Justicia. Am I wrong? Or did I use him as food? I don't know where he went, but Because I remember we farmed up Heres and we also farmed up Spirit Hosts, and then we fused Justicia. Did I use them as food? Anyways, if we did use them as food, we'll have to farm them up again and of course fuse him so we can get Relic Keeper done. This can be easily done in one day. We can use gems to do it, no problem. I will get that rare champions and fuse it, no problem. So now on to the second part of the video, where I want to talk about on the main account. Boom, right here. Talking about this Noob2Pro fusion, I wanted to give an update on my fragments I've collected so far and where you should be at this point in the game right now. It's currently Saturday the 13th, so the only event that should be having difficulty with you completing right now is champion training, because it's the long one. It was the one that you're farming all non-stop for how many days, and it seems like you're not going anywhere. I've been doing it, leveling up champions in the campaign and everything on the main account, and I'm kind of not even close to this last champion. Now this champion training is one of those ones where I go all the way. I don't stop at this champion, I go all the way, because there's a legendary skill tome and a 6-star legendary chaos all right there. So I will complete it eventually. I have a lot of 5-star chickens, a lot of 5-star champions ready to go. I've just been doing the 3-star and the 4-star that have gotten me so far. By the time I do the 5-star to 6-star, I'll complete the rest. So I'm just waiting, doing it slowly to complete Dungeon Divers, which has also been completed. So if I head over to my fusion fragments collected so far, you can see that Anchorites 120 over 100. I've even collected excess of those fragments. Yelegani 5 more fragments, which is available in the next event that is coming up, which is Dungeon Divers. I can collect it, 20 more right there. And the next champion that I've Wuji, 5 more fragments also needed to complete Wuji, and that can also be completed from the artifact enhancement 3. The third artifact enhancement that is coming up. I only need 5 fragments, but unfortunately I have to do the entire 20 fragments to collect that, because it will not be split between 5. It will be in one spot down the line of that artifact enhancement, which will require me to complete it before I get that 20 fragments for Wuji. So what is happening? I'm seeing a pattern where we are getting excess fragments from these events. Yes, it means that by the time this event is over and you summon this champion, right? You summon Anchorite, you summon Yelegani, you summon Wuji, you will have 5, 15, 10 fragments of all of them left. Why? It's kind of triggering. I've already made my mistake today of not completing advanced quest. Now I'll have to scroll down here and see 5 fragments of Iron Brago since that first time. I see Beggar the Malform 20 extra fragments. I see Rorik Winebane. These are champions you've already collected in the game, but because of the way the fragments are distributed, you end up collecting excess of them. Is there any point in the game where we will have anything to do with these 5 extra fragments? Can we mix it up and give to some other champion? Raid, this is a question for you guys. Maybe somebody can know. It's something that is triggering. It's kind of triggering to have 5 Vlad the Nightbound fragments, a champion who I collected and currently in my inventory, but whenever I scroll down to this summoning portal, I still see 5 right here. I still see Vessel of the Green 5. Now you're adding more, not even legendary now. Epic 5 fragments, 10 fragments will also be listed here. One day in Raid, we will scroll down this summoning portal and we will never be able to reach the end because of the way this thing is happening. We keep scrolling. It seems like we will never reach the end, because everybody seems like, besides having the ones that are completed, I don't mind the ones that are not yet completed, like Hoarding. Those ones are completed. Why are they still on the list? Because we need to see a list of champions who are available from the summoning portal. I don't get it. Anyways, it's kind of triggering for me to begin to scroll here and find it. That's why I just wanted to rant about it a little bit, because I don't get the point where we'll have extra 5. It makes no sense. I understand that if you want to maybe fuse 2 of the champion, then yeah, collect 200 of the fragment, but when the event ends, there should be something we can do with this 5. Let's convert it into another champion, even if it doesn't give the same value. Feature coming up in 2024 maybe. Alright, that's my progress so far in the summoning of these epic champions required to fuse Noob2Pro. The last champion that is the biggest one is Kalina. Others have 5 fragments, easy to complete from the next 3 events. Kalina still requires me to complete champion training. That's where I'm trying to get these 20 fragments here and another 20 from Fire Knight. That's where I'll be able to complete it. Then of top 15 more 5 extra one again from Dungeon Divers. That's how on Tuesday, that's when I can complete this fusion. Hopefully you guys stay on track and also following up the same way. That's all the update I have for you guys. Nothing else new to share besides those Noob2Pro update and also this little rant about this fragment that are giving us excess in one way or the other. You guys have a good one. This is just a short one. Tomorrow, Sunday, I hope to prepare a fun, chill video, come by the office and record it for you guys. Good night, guys.